So tonight is Og and Ulrich night? No. This is raw fiber. I'm just fixing this just to make it look pretty. This is, yeah, not what we're doing. We're doing uh wherever I put it. This thing. This. This is what I'm doing today. We're gonna attempt this to finish this part of the raw fiber build, since I already have the train station, and then move on to planning out Grod or Yotoi. I guess I'll leave it up to you, because I need to do both. Grod and Yotoi. How is the thingy looking? So I want this backed up all the way down, basically. So, yeah, more barrels. Grab all of them. All of the barrels from these chests will be put back onto this belt. And I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. Just as long as it's not backed up below this inserter. Or all the way down to here. I guess it won't matter much if I have too many. Because as long as this sits here and doesn't get filled completely, I think we'll be fine. As long as this doesn't fill completely. Oh, right, I totally have a cages here now. Or have had a cages here when I am making cages on my network. So I could actually replace this with a train station. It means I don't need any of the stuff for the solder. So I wouldn't need lead brought in at all, and I wouldn't need titanium brought in as well. So I could replace two things on my train station with just one cages in. If I so desired and wanted to do that tweaking. I don't actually want to do that tweaking right now, because I've got other things in mind to do. Lots of things to do on this day. And every other day. So yeah, they're all moving. Except you. Because why? Oh, you know, just waiting on the barrels to make it all the way down the line. Just waiting on a big batch of these barrels to make it down the line. And then they'll all move, ideally. I don't need them all to move. I mean, clearly I don't need all of the things to move when I have an entire warehouse full of bone meal. And almost, yeah, the caged Ulrich thing is almost completely full as well. So, yeah. All that, and I'm not even really using it all that much. I have started bringing the bone meal to my mall, and then taking the bone meal from the mall to a spot on... I think it's supposed to go to a requester chest on the bus? Maybe? I have forgotten. It goes somewhere. For something. It goes to this requester chest, requesting 1,000 units to go into my green science here. And none of this needs to exist anymore. None of this cage dog stuff needs to exist. Even though I think it's getting used, I'm not sending any more OGs in. Because I sort of got rid of those. How does Pi compare to Bob's Angels, Space Exploration, and Crastorio in terms of content and balance? More content. significantly more content and significantly slower and more complex. The Pie Suite is the most complex Factorio overhaul. Period. Full stop. It is the most complex Factorio overhaul. It is the stuff of nightmares. If you think that any other mod suite is difficult, you will not particularly enjoy the Pie Suite. This mod suite is for those who find Bob's Angels to be easy. Child's play on Bob's Angels. Like comparing the Pie Suite to Bob's Angels is like kiddie time. Because yeah, this has got everything else beat for complexity. And if you try to add angels, bombs, or any of the others, it just makes the experience easier in the end. It just ends up making the experience easier if you try to layer any other overhaul suite on top of this, because those processes that get added in those other overhauls end up being inherently easier to get the same stuff. So, yeah, it's harder by itself. It is harder by itself for the Pie Suite. And eventually King Arthur is going to have a nice little major update to the what's it called again? It's touched by an angel. Yeah, that's the thing. The Pinedon's Touched by an Angel mod. That is the it's a mod that tries to make a whole bunch of other overhaul mods fit with the Pie Suite, compatible with, try to get rid of errors, make it work, functional. But apparently King is sort of eventually going to be in the process of making it somewhat more balanced as well. Try to do things like stop people from using the Angels refining in particular, just disable Angels refining with having a number of other things that are added in Angels, force people to do the Pie raw ores processing, and I think that inherently will make it quite a bit closer to the Pie Suite level of difficulty, because that's the main thing that makes it easier. Is Angels refining inherently has much higher output than the early section of Pie raw ores. Angel smelting, right? Not refining. Excuse me. Angel smelting. As for our ores finite in the Pie Suite, technically, but if you're using resource spawner overhaul, you can have resource densities be effectively infinite. Resource densities can be effectively infinite. Oh, and then the whole change in base Factorio to how base Factorio handles percentage yields on ores really screwed up Angel's Infinite Ores. Because, yeah, it's... So basically now, if it's over a 100% yield, you're, like, guaranteed multiple outputs of ores. It's actually pretty crazy how much ore a machine can output when the yields are over 100%. If the yields are exactly 100%, then you get the normal, like, 1 per second per mining drill, or half per second per mining drill. It gets really crazy at higher values. But how it used to behave was that the mining drill would mine normally on any percentage value over 100%, and then if it's lower than 100%, it would give you a that much chance of producing a unit of ore. So that was a pretty massive change. Pretty massive. That really affected the balance of things. Also, I'm at the mall because I needed to pick up some, I think I needed to pick up some Kickalk modules while I was here. 150 modules, maybe? I don't remember having actually grabbed those. And are they in the car? Oh, they are in the car. What was it that I needed? I needed seeds. Kickalk. Either Mark 1 Kickalk or the actual seeds. Yeah, these things. A stack of those should be good. I always forget the seeds. So, yay, we got the seeds. What else had I forgotten of this stuff? I thought something, but I'll just go with it. It is time for the raw fiber build. The map is effectively infinite as well, so you have as many resource patches as you could ever want, regardless of resource density. It's just whether or not you are lazy, and do not wish to move your mining drills when a resource patch runs out, and have to go out and find another resource patch and do all of the logistics associated with moving to another resource patch. That is a very specific style of play that this guy does not like to do. Right, that's been, like, dead this whole time. That's not existed this whole time. So, hey, congratulations, you get to exist now. Where am I even? I need to go over there. So, yeah, we're going to the left now. Don't worry, we just took this detour to place that one botanical nursery that was missing. That I totally intended to place, that I came here specifically to do. We didn't get lost. We went there specifically to do that one thing, and now we're heading on over to where we're building this raw fiber build. Yeah, that's what we'll go with. That's the story we'll tell. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. Yes, and the Pi Suite totally allows you to generate every single resource from water. Every single one. With very few exceptions. There are some non-zero number of exceptions to this, but yeah, you can do that. You can do that. You can generate your resources from water. I think at this moment in time, the resources that you must mine are biosamples, as well as regolites. You can officially get rare earth without having to mine it. You can officially get rare earth ore now. It is official. You can get the rare earth ores as a result of Fat Eye carapaces. Good luck. Good luck doing this at scale, but you can do it. Biosamples can be farmed, yes, but the farms are not infinite either. You can do auto farms to make more biosamples, but you're still technically mining the biosamples on the map, and it's not like it's particularly simple to make that resource mined from bioreserve. But yeah, the bioreserve has methods. Bioreserve. So the replicator is going to be that stuff's. It is that stuff's per replicator. Because remember, you always need you need the one replicator each time you want to regenerate your resources. So, can you get all of this from water? Yeah, sure. I guess. Fine. But, still looking forward to those new animals that are going to be coming. Cough, cough. So, we're totally going to have alien bees. Not the bees! Yes, we're going to have alien bees soon. That will... I expect it's going to be the bioreserve resource. I expect it's going to be bioreserve because it's supposed to be the only it's a resource that we have to mine. And bioreserves, technically we mine them even with the auto farms because you set a collector on top of it and you still have to spend the containers on them. So it's like, okay, either way, while we have a way of infinitely generating the resource patch, we don't have a way to avoid mining the resource patch. And that would be a way of doing it. Because really the only other thing that we can't get through an alternative method is regolite. Yeah, just straight up regolite rocks. You cannot get these outside of mining them. The only thing. And these are only involved in helium, and there are other ways of getting helium from water. So, not like it really matters so much for the regolites. Anyway, stuffs. This stuff. Pin this, please, so that I have an idea of what I am doing. How do I want to start with this? I have not broken down the production of the biomass, have I? So allow me to do just that. So that I have a better idea of the stuff I need. Please tell me that I did not get rid of every single one of my sap extractors that I was holding on to. I got rid of every single one of my sap extractors that I was holding on to. I remember seeing it in my trash slots. Well, I guess I'm going to go get some of those. I guess we have to go back to get those, huh? I guess I'll start with the Tholins, actually. So it's all 20 of these. Yay, Tholins! Tholin time! Where exactly will it be Tholin time? Probably here. This is going to take up the majority of the power of the entire build. Just this. Making Tholins. And then using the Tholins to make formaldehyde. Formaldehyde! Ta-da! Just add power. Alright. Throw that in there, and then let's go grab that stupid sap extractor that I need. The one whole sap extractor that I need. Time to deforest all the trees. Then take a ride on the rails. So for those of you who have not been watching, there's some interesting things that can happen when riding the rails with a crawdad. Crawdad does interesting things. It has an interesting interaction with trains. In that the crawdad is completely immune to impact damage. Completely immune to impact damage. Which means that when it interacts with the train will stop and take damage. And you will be just fine. Like so. The train is what stops. This we discovered the hard way. I discovered this the unintended way. Yeah, see, that's what happens right there. It just runs right into you and stops. Yep, that's about it. I'm stuck. I'm stuck. Game. Oh boy. All right. Sure. Moving on. So that applies to the Crawdad and the Dingrito, or whatever the hell it's called. The upgrade. Speaking of the upgrade, when can I make that again? When can I make you? Domestication 3? Oh yeah, these things. These stupid things. Dingrito, Ocula, and mutant enzymes. I guess that's when I'm going to be able to have a Dingrito. Oh, if you thought the unintended destruction was high with the Crawdad, the Dingrito is identical, but faster. It is a faster machine, quote-unquote machine, than the Crawdad. I think does it hold less stuff than this? But, I mean, it holds stuff, but it's fast. and immune to impact damage. So, yeah. There's gonna be a few things that die. It might go fast enough to kill a train. It might move fast enough to destroy the train. We'll find out. This is the thing we need to know. We need to test this at some point. And then, of course, the Phaediasis is the upgrade after that, which is the flying mount that will be completely incapable of running into things. You will fly under the stuff. Last I checked. Has that been fixed yet? Can you now fly over the buildings rather than under them? Because that I find amusing. This thing is amusing to me. Of course it's like that. Should be over. Alright, good. It has been fixed. There's that. Please tell me I have... Uh-oh, that's the other thing I need. Yes, I do have the compost. The singular composting plant. That is absolutely required. There. Biomass! Congrats, we now have biomass. Do I need it in multiple spots? I need it twice. Yay, twice. Place that down. You make the CO2 from biomass. Kickalks. Those are in my crawdad. Time to grab the kickalks. The 3 whole kickalk plantations. Did I have a... lamps? Yes, I do have a lamps. Lamps, manure. I need the ash. So, ash is next. That is precisely you doing that with one of those. Ash. And because I prefer having space, it's Ash! Hello, Ash. Welcome. It's a whole more ash than what I need, which is great. Just add tar! Gee, if only I had a source of tar nearby. Gee, if only there was this convenient source of tar. Do I even need that much tar? Oh, that's my... Oh. So... Yeah. Yeah, that's a thing. It's a thing that I've never used. So I have a tar depot, so I could bring tar in by train, but never needed it. Yes, you can get CO2 from biomass. It is the one thing that you should upgrade once you unlock that recipe, because previously you sort of have to get it from coke. I'm just gonna walk the rest of this way. Oh, hello. That's quite convenient of you. Yes, I will take that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you don't start the game with that particular recipe. You have to unlock it, but you have to start with doing the method with Coke. Definitely a lot better to do the CO2 by biomass in the long term. It is a little bit easier to make biomass than to use Coke. But of course, like at scale, this is a whole bunch of buildings using a whole bunch of power versus, well, I guess at this point I can't illustrate the comparison because I don't have the raw coal, but you'd have to do raw coal into, like, process the raw coal and then make the coke and then make that coke into CO2, have that coke available. I have access to regular coal, vanilla coal patches, and I am making significant use of them on my coke production. All right. So next is the actual kick elk, I'm pretty sure. So let me grab those. 3 of those and all of those. Doinky, doinky, and doinky. Doing that one. Pretty sure it's that one. Yeah, 3 of those. Yep. Mm-hmm. Wait. 0.4? What? So why does that say 0.4 and this say 0.62? Am I dealing with the same recipe here? I don't know. Something somewhere is a little bit off. Hmm. Interesting. Lamps, ash, sand, biomass, thingy. Well, Hellmod still says 3. I'm hitting refresh. So this is doing... You know what? Is there a range anywhere in this? Because this does not like probabilities. Actual craft time hates probabilities. So if there's anything anywhere doing probabilities, then it really hates life. It might... So 50 modules would be a minus 50% productivity. So 50 modules would add up productivity to be negative 50%. And I don't know about you, but maybe that's being calculated in on actual craft time? The penalties for productivity? I have no idea about that. Why? What it's doing here on this calculation?